move it over here. We want this to cover the cab area along with part of the nose. And we're going to be, I would want to do YN2B, the CSX with the yellow accents. We're going to have to see how things go before we get that far. So we have this here. This is the best I'm going to get for now. I've only seen it on the other side of the cab, so we can get that perfected. Actually, we're going to use a different shape for that because we want this to cover the top of the cab as well. So I'm going to use a square. I don't believe they have any shapes that fit what I want. By default, I'm going to bring it down to here. I'm going to widen it a bit. That didn't work. I'm glad I did not save. I'm going to try to perfect that angle first before anything else. I think I have it. Move this back up so that way it matches the locomotive profile. We're going to copy it. Actually, we're not going to copy this yet. So, next thing we're doing, we're copying this to the other side, to the front of our locomotive here. We're going to try to play with some of the projection settings. Which are obviously not really fun. They don't want to be fun right now. They don't want to work. So, not angle. Actually, yeah, angle. 15% there for the front. So that way you can get that overlapping there for the side. So what we're going to do the side, we're going to go to shapes. We're going to take a, I'm going to try to rotate that around, but it will not be fun to try to get it on the other side, try to get that replicated. So again, I'll be using squares. Squares are your best friend while you're making this. They are your savior. Because it's a square, you can just do that. Put it under everything. And there we go. Now we have our main body done. I'm going to try to group everything up. Alright, that's grouped pretty well. I'm going to change the side. And we're going to mirror it. So now that went without a hitch, I'm surprised as well. We start with the annoying parts, the lettering. So, the lettering. You guys will not believe this. It's C, S, and X, alright? But, move this here out of the way. There we go, now that that's out of the way. I have no clue how to deal with that. Or do I? So we're gonna go shape. I'm gonna go back to squares. Because why not? I'm gonna stretch this upwards here, but thin. The reason we're gonna start that thin is because well, that is no way to treat a gamer. Okay, so we're gonna change side. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try top. The top does work, so I'm gonna shrink it down, angle it. Perfect. A little bit more. There we go. So now we're gonna yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, I'm sorry for those following. Actually, I'm not. We can do this. Then we're gonna go to the other side here. So, that will be actually a very cool logo or livery for CSX. Call it the weird star or the trench coat or whatever. But that's not why we're here. So we're gonna. I just realized something. We didn't have to waste all that time. So if you're following along, just make it blue. It saves time. I'm gonna add new shape. Squares. Squares are your friend for Train Sim World, I swear. I know a guy. I know a guy hates squares so much, I can tell you. Let me tell you. Alright. So now, boom. That was so easy. I'm gonna get the rest of that stuff as well, so we might as well just copy our yellow over here. Go to options, projection, and I have mine at 24%. We'll change that color to the same shade of blue. That should be done. I just realized how the lights look on here. Well, I guess that's so it doesn't really reflect off of that. Because it is metal and then it beams into the guy's eye or person's eye who's driving the train. I guess. What works, works. That's all that matters. So, we have our YN2 livery complete. I'm lazy and I'm not going to do any more. Simply because I'm lazy, yeah. I'm so lazy, I'm not even going to complete this livery. I have no clue what just happened. Oh, I believe I know what just happened. So don't group these, please, because you will get very angry, as I almost just did. I'm going to start with our lettering. You guys thought I was going to be lazy? No, not today. So we're going to take the C, the least curviest C. I'm just going to take a random C. We're going to take this C here. I'm going to do this on top because we're just going to copy paste it, make it bigger or smaller. So for our C, we're going to do this. Oh, guess what shape we're going to use? Square. I'm going to turn it into a rectangle. And we're going to do that. Maybe make it a little bit taller, a little shorter. That's too much. That's just right. Don't group this yet. I digress. Because you will regret it, as I did before. So I'm going to go all the way down to the S now. Now you may be thinking, this S looks good. This S looks good. We're not going to use those. We're using this. This S. You know why? That has the least curves. Alright, I'm going to copy that over. As you can see, fits perfectly. guys are lucky I'm not making Conrail. Conrail would have been quite the entertainment for you guys. Just saying, maybe I would have crashed out, yelling the whole time, "Where is it at? Where is it at?" The links that I go. The links that I go. Alright. So we're going to scrap this. We're not going to scrap this one here. This is the perfect size. This right here, if you have it right already, if you're looking at a logo, good for you. I'm not. I'm going off of what I've seen in real life. So yeah, we have the S done. And now, everyone's favorite parts. Actually, the simplest part. Simple and complicated. We're going to go with the Y. Just kidding, the X. So. I'm going to take this. We're going to try to get that as straight as possible. We want it as straight as a Catholic, okay? So. That's not going to work. Alright, delete it. Do that. Widen it. Don't be shy if your ex looks a little crazy. They all do. Do that. I've done this before, guys, trust. Literally. I practiced before this video just so I wouldn't crash out. I'm going to group it. Change side. Now for the moment of truth. Does it scale? Yes, it does. Kind of. Doesn't that just make it go to the other side? No, it doesn't. As we all know, this is quite wonky, I know. I'm going to stop. We're going to ungroup it. I'm going to make it all one big, beautiful shade of blue. If only we could change the color of all the layers at once. Dovetail. That's a suggestion for Train Sim World 7. Maybe even an update for Train Sim World 6. That right there. My first suggestion for the entirety of the game. And the entirety of the game. Second suggestion. Obviously, you guys hold contract with this American Girl company. Hopefully, don't want it taken away. And not get us a nice little decal, a CSX decal, just to put on the side. Just so this does not have to happen again. Please. a bit shorter. This is a bit ragtag. All right. The other time I did it was not this bad. Trust me, it really wasn't. You'd be surprised. I know I was. It's too skinny. I sound like a an Italian or Chinese grandmother now. It's too skinny. I'm gonna put it just below the handrails, kind of. The practice run wants a whole lot better. It could be just because of the yellow fuel tank. So, I'm gonna work on that. So I'm gonna go shape, boom, change side, put it on the side, slash paneling, whatever you want to call it. Bring it down. I'm not gonna get into all the details of the fuel tank. Alright, it's just gonna be black. Or actually, we're gonna try to get as much detail into this. So we have the same shade of brown. Change side. Booyah. Well, this one needs to be modified a bit, but it still works. So, now, that right there is my CSX livery done. I'm not going to do any numbering. That's for you to decide. It looks off center. I don't like that. We're going to save it. We're going to compare it to actually my practice livery, which I believe I have it saved on that, quite hopefully. And we're going to reveal some heritage units. While this loads, that's nice. At least it stopped. So, can make our way down to what I call heritage. But yeah, from now on, we reveal all heritage units here. So, we're going to do a little bit of before and after. So this is the before. Right? My livery looked good. I actually scaled the letters before. Color's a bit too light. That could have changed. Now this is the after. And we're actually going to look at an original here, just to compare it for those who like the weathering effects. And I think it's the YN3. it's an AC4400CW. It's going to be line 3B. No, it's not. All right, we'll go with line 2. Line 2. It's 2 of them, so I get to compare it with double. That's fun, right? So, this is the original. Right, dark, withered, navy blue. Alright, you got your CS6 placed in the right spots. A gold instead of a whatever that is. I'd say these could be newer or Roblox type locals. Roblox type locals. I mean, I didn't really try. Let's see, this is still gray. Lots of, actually, back to camera mode. I'm going to do camera mode. Lots of gray. I got the darker color down on this one. I got the darker yellow down on that one. Actually, I believe I got the, no, it's a different shade. It's more of a gold. But yeah, this is a pretty accurate, for the first go at least, pretty accurate. So if you look here, it's as close as possible to that. This is nice. Actually, I almost got it. I think this right here, this color, this brownish color, I think I got that. I almost got that down. This here had it by default. As you can tell, this is former Norfolk Southern. This is former BNSF, I believe. Either BNSF or Union Pacific. But it's former one of the two. I don't believe Union Pacific has a ES44. I believe it's Burlington Northern Santa Fe, BNSF. Speaking of Burlington Northern, I have some more railroad liveries to showcase here. And you know I will not be doing a tutorial because I cannot replicate that. I cannot replicate what I did. I believe it's on an ES44 as well. It's right here. Try to make it into the wrong name. This is a heritage unit. It's coastline. Yeah, that's revealed as well. Heritage unit reveal. That's what we're doing. We're filling this up. Yes, 44. We're gonna keep going until we find it. I believe I did find it. And then we'll go over here. Its own personal spot. That's when I was. So this is more of the after. Funny story. So if I come over here, right? Where is it? It's one of these. Whether you guys have seen that before. Oh no, I think I lost it. Was it the AC44? Look at that, I got my trains confused. But yeah, I got the Yeah, so we have some Burlington Northern Power now. That's a reveal there. That right there. I could say these are acquisition locomotives. All those are acquisition, right? Except for Pacific Coast Line. That right there is a heritage. We also have some Northeast heritage units here as well. The ES-44. If it is in Northeast. Yep, Northeast Central at the end. And then I don't have anywhere. I don't know why. Don't we have more heritage units? I believe. Let's see, Heritage 2. I just call it Heritage 2. This is Honor of Finland. So I looked, I believe I do have one subscriber from Finland. We're gonna make flags. Big flag locomotives here soon. So that's a heritage unit there in honor of Finland. That's a good country. I like Finland. I'm looking for more. That's all for these. Oh, we have New York Central, yeah. Or New York and Ohio. Actually quite a cool effect that I put on it. When you're far away, it looks kind of golden. It's kind of shiny. I did the same for Northeast, I believe. Let's check that out. I did the same for Northeast. It looks golden. No, it's not. It's all golden and 3D, but it's not really. I believe I have some AC-44 heritage units as well here. And I have Executive Train 1, which is just this. This is a crossover skin from Crimson World 2. I'm proud of it. That's a Metra. Let's see. I think that's an SD3. Repeated WNSF. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have some transportation locomotives, which I do need to still add down into the engine shops. I have something hiding down there from you guys. You're gonna love it. Yeah, we're gonna take a little tour of the steamer after we walk through and delete all these. Is that the name? Oh, that's me. Alright. I'm still proud of that Northern Burlington logo. If I can replicate that, I can replicate Conrail. But if I try to replicate Conrail, I'm gonna go crazy. So we're not gonna replicate Conrail yet. And also, as you guys have seen in some videos, especially in my intro, we have commuter rail. We brought commuter rail to Delaware Northern. That's right. And its scheme, it's a beautiful scheme. That's all I can think of. Beautiful scheme. Great scheme. I like the scheme, quite frankly. It's a nice scheme. We all love the scheme. I know a guy, he likes trains, he paints them up and down beautifully. Yeah. You guys have seen the other commuter rail the other commuter rail I use when I'm running East Coast railroads, or running on the East Coast, or on East Coast maps. You guys have seen them. You guys have seen the other logos or liveries. So, actually, one surprise here. We have wait for it. Yep. I did not do all these. I like them though. I like it. Like it's like moons, like little moons, like day and night. That's nice. But no, we have a steam train now. I don't know what I want to do. Part of me wants to do steam operations. I mean, this right here would obviously be more of an executive livery, and only the baggage car gets the Delaware Northern signage. I'm lazy. I'm very lazy. I am lazy boy. I am lazy guy. Very lazy. I don't know what that's called when you connect everything up. I'm gonna call it the Delaware North single continuous northern. I'm gonna call that a continuous northern. I tried to replicate it kind of for my SD40-2, but not really. Not really nice. We're gonna do another livery after we run through what I have with my yard right now. And unfortunately, I don't know how to save these here. Steam locomotives are quite easy to run, surprisingly. Just, throw a few levers. I'm gonna start off slow, of course, here. Over here, I actually have some more Burlington Northern themed things. Still, really end up blagging out my cane somehow. They're gone. Oh wow, we did magic, sorcery, unrealistic private. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Listen to that screeching. That's a sound I like. Probably, added it to the hump yard. The place that's supposed to screech. Between corners. They can screech. But will they most of the time? No. That's my that's just the move I'm doing. That's just for a future move back there where I'm moving things into this big yard over here finally. I have the hump yard starting to get filled up a bit. I did a few off screen. I did a lot. I did a few. Oh, this is very shaky, quite shaky, I would say. But yeah, if you look back there, you can see them. I'm starting to get my, I'm gonna call it my second classification yard, in between this one and then the hump yard. Between, yeah, hump yards between this one and the secondary classification yard. So yeah, I have a bunch of BNSF stock over there. Those are just hoppers. I'm still sorting out that. Still getting some trailers, some TOFC onto the. I'm working on getting some onto the main line. Again, yeah, this could be counted as just a giant, a large exchange railroad or company, Delaware Northern. They just have everything: Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern, CSX, BNSF, Northern Burlington. As you're going to start seeing more and more here, this railroad going to start trying to get more Burlington Northern liveries. There goes the CSX stuff there. I have that, and then I have some other things over there. I'm not going to show you guys until we actually get a video. Get started on that. But yeah, lazy. I'm human. Especially after the daily posts. I need a break. Once I finally get a J word, we're gonna start actually doing more. I'll be able to buy more, and by then, hopefully, there will be more in the game, right? More American assets. Yeah, there's some more BNSF stuff. Custom tank cars, you guys have already seen those. Flat cars, there goes the nuclear train. Just in the middle of the yard, it's empty right now, which is why it's not isolated as it normally would be, especially with radiation shielded cars. There goes my second classification yard. I'm going to call it the east side of the classification yard. Raindrop just hit me. That's how you know more good things are spawning. More great things. Stuff that you guys didn't ask for, but I made for you guys. So you're gonna have to take it. Those right there. Old livery for my SD40s, GP30s, or SD40s and GP40s are over there. Into the old and new liveries. Got it, P15. But this, overall, my experience playing the game has been nice. Got some more hoppers over there. Yeah. Engine shops. That right there is as much as you guys are gonna see. for this new Heritage unit. I'd say that this right here, this is a teaser. I'd say it's not really a Heritage unit, but you know we need a diesel unit, executive unit, right? We need executive livery. We already have a passenger livery, but that's for the normal passenger. We don't have any executive, so that's what we're getting in. That's what we're doing. We're getting an executive livery down. Working on that, working on it well. That's my paint shops over there. But yeah, here's a little task actually. All right. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to just comment headphone. All right, I want you to spell it H-E-A-D, and instead of P-H-O-N-E, I want you to spell it H-E-A-D. F-O-N-E-Y, headphone. With a Y at the end, headphone. Because, I'm on a Sony PlayStation, right? And, I just want to get some, engagement. Right? I want some engagement. I need some of that good stuff, right? One thing that I would like to be added into the game, though, is the GP38-2. I don't know what a GP38-2 is, but it looks like a P-42 with a freight, on top of a freight body. With a radiator at the back. That's what it looks like to me. Okay. You guys are gonna have to search it up. So, what I'm looking at right now is CSX Transportation 2773 GP38-2 locomotive in Raycross. I'm just looking at that picture. I'd like that. All right, we're getting close to this reveal here of a scene. From it. We're actually gonna walk the rest of the way. Yeah, I know, bummer, but it is worth the walk. Plus, we're at milepost, so I don't want this locomotive past this unless it's scheduled service. Not scheduled service, so I don't want to pass that. So we're gonna continue walking to our destination here. I believe as long as the body makes it, should count as the train making it. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep walking here. It's concealer red. You guys aren't clicking off that soon. That easily. I've worked hard on these cars. I worked painstakingly hard, right? I don't know what it is with Train Sim World right now, or Train Sim World 2 or Dovetail, what their situation is right now on rendering, but it's not really rendering properly. It's not showing it has to pop into existence. But let's try to complete this here. Can we complete it? Oh, if only we could jump. Hey, here's the auto parts, boxcar livery. It's kind of faded. They're abandoned. These won't be moved until they need to be moved. So basically, until this industry here wants them moved, sells them to Delaware Northern, then we can repaint them. It's that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Delaware Northern star. I call it my star livery, star logo. I have another locomotive I want to add to the scene, right? This right here is nice. And it should have been in the yard. I should have hidden it somewhere in the yard for you guys, but I didn't. It's this baby. So, lots of work to do, but still a beautiful livery. I'm not touching this right here in the front. This here in the front. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that anymore than I have to. Right? And I'll tell you why. It's because it's layered, right? I had to get this just right so that this green stuff here wouldn't interfere. And as you see, it's already interfered most of the way. So, yeah, you can just say it's kind of like when they were painting the locomotive. Some people painted the grills, others didn't. Kept them green. So, yeah. Part that I'm most proud of, though, is this right here. So this right here would have been used for coal, I believe. Don't quote me on that. So it would have been pretty dusty. It would have been a lighter layer, but I just went darker. Why not? And I also did not know what shade of blue what shade of green I wanted to use. So I just used both shades that I've seen on the railroad. They would have used panels interchangeably. These locomotives through the end of the railroad, so or end or acquisition. So they came up with an official, so-called official logo. But yeah, if only they kept the green. If I could, I could even make this logo a lot better, right? Make a better BNSF logo than BNSF. Quote me on that, please. So I believe I think, I don't know how I would do it. But I'd incorporate it into this, right? Stretch out the B. It's Burlington, that right here. That was a larger railroad than the Santa Fe at the time. I believe Santa Fe, they had an airline, but I believe Burlington Northern, I would say they're the first transcontinental railroad. I'd say, because you can see them all the way down in North Carolina. That they had some Carolina trackage somewhere in the Carolinas. I remember I was little. I saw them. Saw their locomotives running down there. Those nice cascading stripes. It's beautiful locomotives, man. Beautiful, beautiful paint job. Beautiful. I don't know if those were leaser units, CSX. My first introduction to Burlington Northern was in 2005. I was 1 year old. I looked out the window, or a door. It's too short. I was in the kitchen. I remember this because I had just learned how to walk. Like right with that, I looked out the window. Train was coming. I hear it on the tracks. I didn't actually go outside, but I was at the door, the back door, I would say, because the way it worked, right, it led so the back door. The way it worked, so the houses were in a circle. Right? I'm gonna search up my childhood home, 209 Walnut Court, my childhood. I don't know. So the way it's structured, right? So it was like clotheslines in the back. We would hang our clothes, very old fashioned, right? Government housing, but it was nice, right? I say it's nice because I got to see the trains. Now the trains ran, I'd say, a good 300 feet back from the homes. I'd say either 300 feet or two. It's somewhere in the hundreds of feet. Somewhere in the hundreds of feet. No trees obstructing. Get a nice view. I believe during sunrise. No, sunset would have been the best time. Or around sunset, because the sun would have been beaming back, like straight onto the locomotives, straight onto the train. We're prime. We're taking pictures. Prime for that. I wish that hurricane didn't come. If that hurricane didn't come, I would have been. Ugh. But yeah, Burlington Northern, they ran down there a lot. I believe it was an exchange, but small town. An exchange, but it's nice. It's nice. I got to see the trains. But yeah, I saw. I remember it. I remember it. It was a C40-8, no safety cab. It looked funny to me at first. It looked funny to me. So I'm used to seeing those. I was a CSX boy. I was used to seeing safety cabs. Safety cabs go on AC-44s, and SD-4s and whatnot gets the normal cabs. But it looked funny to me. It looked kind of funny, you know, seeing a large train without a safety cab for the first time. But yeah, 2006, 2007, I was 1 years old. Nice, just nice. Now I'm 19. I don't live near the trains. Now, one thing I would say, all right, looking at this, I actually want accidental feature is that rusting right there on the top. See that rust belt kind of, or that area where it looks like it would have rusted or had rust. That was accidental. All right, anything that looks like it has rust is accidental. I did not mean to get that detail in there. I didn't even know of it until now, just looking at it. I mean, look at this right here, the walkways especially, I believe. Yeah, the walkways have a little bit of white on them. I need to fix that. Or actually, I don't. I need to get it thinner. I need to make that white into a brown. If I can. But yeah, this is nice. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to comment down green. Just the color green. Since I color Burlington Northern, just comment down green. Just comment green. I like the color green. Right? No timestamps or anything. Just say green. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And goodbye.